summer of 17 in the NBA, known for all of these blockbuster trades involving all-stars, and the man who has been delivering the news is Shams Charania from Vertical. Shams, man, this has been an unbelievable summer here, and maybe the most unpredictable one was a deal involving Cleveland and Boston. As you've been covering this story, how did you see it developing over the last few days and even maybe last few weeks?
Yeah, Jared, Mike, the big discussion point with Boston and Cleveland over the past several weeks on a potential deal has always been about Jayson Tatum's involvement. The Cavaliers coveted him greatly. I think if Tatum was involved the first day these talks kind of transpired, this deal would have been done a while ago, weeks ago. But Boston held firm. Him, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, these guys are the future for the Celtics. Obviously, they've been pairing these younger guys with Al Horford, Gordon Hayward, and now you're bringing in Kyrie Irving. So that was the real sticking point, and now they were able to get probably one of the better point guards in the league, arguably, a top 3 point guard for Isaiah Thomas, who's still recovering from a season-ending hip injury, but still should be expected to be fine moving forward. Jay Crowder, one of the most valuable players for his salary and a valuable Brooklyn Nets draft pick. But these discussions have been going back and forth ever since Kyrie Irving made this trade demand and wanted a change of scenery, wanted a fresh start. And the major sticking point was Tatum, and Boston was able to get the man that they wanted for weeks without giving up Tatum or Jaylen Brown or Marcus Smart. What is your take from the people you're speaking with about how LeBron is going to perceive this deal and how it may impact, if at all, his future? From the get-go, people around LeBron James have been firm. He's had no real involvement in these discussions. Kyrie Irving made this request. He wanted a change of scenery. He wanted out of Cleveland. And this was a Kyrie Irving story. This wasn't a LeBron James story as much as it's probably been in the past. LeBron is going to have a level of say with everything the Cavaliers do, everything that organization has ever done. LeBron has had input. He's hovered around all of it. But with this one, he kind of let Dan Gilbert take the reins. Kobe Altman, their new general manager, they're the ones at the end of the day that made this decision to get the haul that they got.
Sham, this is Mike. My question would be, people felt that perhaps this might go on into December, like December 15th to be exact, where free agents who had signed would then become eligible to be traded. Therefore, the package might be sweeter, bigger, better for the Cavaliers if there was a chance that it might be a salvageable situation. But evidently, they felt this wasn't going to happen, and they decided to pull the trigger now.
Mike, the more this dragged on into the summer, the more it got closer to camp, I thought that there would be a chance that Kyrie Irving, just speaking to everyone around the league, people associated with this situation, that he might start the season with the Cavaliers. And I think there was a point in time where even LeBron James felt there was a strong possibility Kyrie Irving would return, and he was fine with whoever joined, whoever came back for camp. But I think the Cavaliers are really motivated as they start this preparation potentially for LeBron's free agency, that, listen, we're going to make the best trade for us. And in this trade, they're getting a potential high lottery pick with the Brooklyn Nets draft pick. So I think they wanted to make the best trade for themselves this season and moving forward. And I just think, at the end of the day, bringing Kyrie Irving back into the fold, LeBron James, there have been worse things that have happened. Owners have told me over the last several weeks, this is nothing compared to the stuff that's happened behind the scenes among players, among franchise players. But for Kyrie Irving to come into the camp, it would have taken a great deal of tolerance from a lot of people, and it would have taken a real change of heart for Cleveland management, for Kyrie Irving to say, listen, I'll play this out, because there would have been tense moments if they lost in preseason, if they lost in the regular season. So now they don't have to deal with any of that. Isaiah Thomas had a spectacular season for Boston last year, and he's going to give them a lot of what, I don't think they would have gotten in a lot of different places for a guy like Kyrie Irving. We don't have to wait long either to see these two get on the court opening night on TNT in Cleveland. What type of rivalry do you think will be brewing between LeBron James and Kyrie Irving? Jared, I think they're on a collision course in the Eastern Conference. I don't think any other team, the Wizards have revamped again this year. They brought back Otto Porter, made some additions to their bench. They're going to be right there in the mix as well. But I just don't see another, I see the Celtics and the Cavaliers as a 1 and 2, depending on which way you decide. I think this is going to be a collision course. And, you know, for all those years, Kyrie Irving and LeBron James played on the same team, trying to beat Golden State, trying to win a championship. And I think they're on a collision course to see who's going to survive and who's going to end up facing the Warriors, if it is the Warriors out of the Western Conference, moving forward.
As you have been absolutely just owning this summer on Twitter and with your reporting with The Vertical, you know as well as anybody how unpredictable the next move may be. But there is still one big chip out there in Carmelo Anthony. And we had heard that he had closed the door on going to Cleveland. Do you think now he might consider reopening the door to be traded to the Cavaliers?
I don't see a scenario where Carmelo Anthony is going to change course. I think he's pretty dead set on the Houston Rockets. I think there are a couple other scenarios out there that I think may intrigue him down the line. I just don't think the Cavaliers are involved. He's still got 2 years left on his deal, and with LeBron's free agency looming, I don't think he would commit himself to that franchise for one extra year if it meant, you know, potentially them losing LeBron, which is, you know, obviously a possibility. Any free agent, you have a possibility of losing any free agent, but especially, you know, with the Cavaliers and their situation. Now, if you were to get a buyout, which the Knicks haven't entertained at all, I could see a scenario where the Cavaliers would be involved. But at this point, he's made his mind. Chris Paul is a great friend of his. James Harden, these guys have recruited him for a month plus now, and I just don't see another scenario. But the Knicks, you know, like this Kyrie situation with the Cavs, I think the Knicks are going to hold firm, and if it takes closer to camp, if it takes into training camp, I think the Knicks are going to want the best haul that they can get, whether it's with young players or picks.
Well, you broke the story earlier on Tuesday, and it came to fruition. Kyrie Irving, now a member of the Celtics. Great reporting as always, and we look forward to reading your work on The Vertical the rest of the summer, and now only 8 weeks until opening night here in the NBA.